Imagine this. You're sitting in your favorite armchair, a warm cup of tea in hand, maybe your loyal dog curled up at your feet, and a quiet ache in your heart as you wonder, how did it come to this with my kids? You gave them everything, your time, your love, your sleepless nights. And yet here you are, feeling like a stranger in their lives, or worse, a burden. If that hits home, you need to watch this video. Today we're diving into 5 soul-shattering phrases your adult children might say that you should never tolerate. These words cut deep, but I'm here to help you reclaim your peace, rediscover your worth, and find healing in your golden years. Stick around until the end for a powerful strategy to lovingly detach and embrace the value you deserve. Let's get started. Your heart deserves this. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you're ready to take back your dignity, and if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our empowering lessons. Let's do this. Picture this moment. You're scrolling through your phone, hoping for a text or call from your adult child, only to be met with silence, or worse, a message that slices through your soul like a knife. Words like, "I didn't ask to be born," hit you like a tidal wave, leaving you questioning every sacrifice you made. Those 5 words aren't just a fleeting outburst. They're a dagger to your heart, a rejection of the love, the late nights, the endless moments you poured into raising them. Let's pause and feel the weight of that phrase, like a stone dropped into still water, rippling with devastating clarity. When a teenager tosses out a sarcastic quip like this, it might sting, but you chalk it up to hormones or rebellion. But when it comes from an adult, someone with a job, a family, a life of their own, it's not just a complaint. It's emotionally abusive, a calculated strike that dismisses every diaper changed, every school play attended, every tear wiped away. It's as if they've taken your decades of devotion and reduced them to nothing, claiming your love was an imposition they never signed up for. This phrase flips the script on your lifelong commitment. It implies you owe them for the act of giving them life, as if every meal you cooked, every game you cheered at, every sacrifice you made was a debt they never agreed to. It's manipulation, pure and simple, a tactic that turns your unconditional love into a lifelong sentence of guilt and inadequacy. But here's the truth. You don't owe them forever. Your job was to raise them with love, safety, and guidance, and you did that to the best of your ability. You stayed up through fevers, navigated tantrums, guided them through heartbreak, and celebrated their triumphs. You showed up again and again, even when it was hard, even when you were exhausted. When your child wields these words like a weapon, they're not honoring you. They're casting you as the villain in their story. This isn't love or respect. It's an emotional trap. You don't need to argue or beg for their approval. Instead, choose peace over proximity. If they resent your existence, stop fighting for a place in their life. Your worth isn't defined by their inability to see it. You deserve better than begging for crumbs of their affection. Hey, if this is resonating with you, drop a comment below with the number 1 to let me know you're finding these lessons valuable. And if you're learning something new, hit that subscribe button so we can keep this journey going together. Now let's talk about another phrase that hits like a punch to the gut. You're lucky I even talked to you. Ouch. Those words don't just sting, they degrade you, making you feel like your presence in their life is a privilege they're generously granting. It's as if the years you spent nurturing them, from their first steps to their first heartbreak, are irrelevant. A 5-minute call or a rushed holiday visit becomes something you're supposed to be grateful for. Like their attention is a rare gem you should cherish. This isn't just disrespectful, it's a power play. They're framing your role as optional, a favor they're doing you, while dismissing the foundation you built for them. You were there for the scraped knees, the late-night homework, the moments of doubt. Yet they act like acknowledging you is an act of charity. If you ask for more warmth, more connection, they make you feel like you're demanding the impossible. This is emotional control, positioning them as the gatekeeper of love, while you're left begging for scraps. You are not a beggar. You're a parent who poured your heart into raising a human being. Relationships, even with your kids, are a two-way street built on mutual respect and care. If you're constantly walking on eggshells, fearing rejection just to maintain a fragile connection, ask yourself, what am I gaining from this? If it's a cycle of stress and sorrow, that's not a relationship. It's emotional blackmail. You deserve consistency, kindness, and to be valued, not treated as lucky for their fleeting attention. Next up, a phrase that sounds reasonable, but can cut just as deep. You need to respect my boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Everyone needs them. Your child has every right to set limits and prioritize their well-being. But there's a difference between setting boundaries and building walls. When boundaries mean weeks, months, or years of silence, ignoring your calls, dismissing your texts, shutting you out without explanation, it's not self-care. It's abandonment dressed up in self-help jargon. This dynamic is painful because it's convincing. Your child might frame it as protecting their peace, backed by friends or even therapists, making you feel like the villain for wanting a connection. You're left replaying every moment of their childhood, searching for where it went wrong, questioning your worth as a parent. The silence becomes a fresh wound with every unanswered call. But boundaries should foster mutual respect, not weaponize distance. If their boundary leaves you feeling like an intruder, you have the right to push back, not with anger, but with clarity. Say, I love you, but I won't be treated as an enemy for wanting a relationship. You can honor their need for space while setting your own boundaries to protect your heart. Step back, not out of spite, but to preserve your well-being. Rediscover yourself. Paint, garden, write, connect with people who value you. Your peace matters, and you don't need to beg for a place in their life. If these lessons are hitting home, drop a comment with the number 2 and let me know why this resonates with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights to protect your heart and reclaim your worth. Another phrase that stings with surgical precision: you're too sensitive. Picture this. You muster the courage to share how their words or actions hurt you, only to be met with a dismissive, "You're too sensitive." It's not just a brush off, it's a slap in the face, invalidating your right to feel pain. You're not being too sensitive. You're being human. You're reaching out, risking vulnerability to preserve a relationship that means everything, only to be labeled as overly emotional. This phrase is a manipulation tactic, shifting focus from their actions to your reaction. Suddenly, the issue isn't their harsh words or neglect. It's your weakness for feeling hurt. It leaves you second-guessing your emotions, wondering if your pain is illegitimate. But your hurt is real, a testament to your investment in the relationship. There's no age limit on dignity. Whether you're 60 or 90, you've earned the right to say, "That hurt me," without being shamed. The next time you hear this, take a deep breath and say, "I'm expressing how I feel because you matter to me." If you're not ready to hear that, I'll give you space, but I won't let my feelings be dismissed. Your emotions aren't a weakness. They're a sign of your strength and love, even in the face of rejection. Finally, a phrase that carries a vicious sting: you've had your life, now let me live mine. It sounds reasonable. Your child is an adult, entitled to their independence. You've always wanted them to thrive, to chase their dreams. But this phrase implies your time is over, that your love and presence are no longer relevant. It reduces your decades of parenting, sleepless nights, financial sacrifices, emotional support, to a job you've retired from. This dismissal erases the moments you poured your heart into their well-being. The late night drives, the quiet tears, the pride in their victories. Love doesn't have a finish line, and respect doesn't vanish when they turn 30. Their independence is a testament to the foundation you built, not a signal that your value has expired. If they treat your love as an obligation they've outgrown, you don't need to chase their approval. Love them from afar, wish them well, and protect your peace. You're not a footnote in their story. You're a living person with wisdom and love that still matter. Redirect your energy to what brings you joy. Volunteering, traveling, reconnecting with friends. Your worth isn't tied to their gratitude. Embrace your journey, knowing you're still growing, still valuable. If this is speaking to your heart, comment with the number 3 and share why these lessons matter to you. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay connected for more empowering content. The hard truth and a path forward. Here's the hardest truth. Love doesn't guarantee gratitude, and doing your best doesn't always mean a child who honors you. Despite your sacrifices, sleepless nights, financial struggles, emotional labor, your child may choose distance or disrespect. That betrayal hurts, but it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their choices. You can't control how they treat you, but you can control how you respond. As you age, you realize time is precious. You don't have years to chase those who make you feel small, even if they're your kids. Society romanticizes family, but you're not obligated to accept emotional abuse just because it's from your child. You're not a doormat or a repository for their pain. You're a person whose heart deserves to be cherished. Set boundaries. Say, I love you, but I won't beg for love in return. Choose yourself, not out of anger, but self-respect. Redirect your energy to friendships, hobbies, or quiet moments that remind you of your value. Grieve the relationship you hope for, but don't let that grief define you. Your worth isn't tied to their gratitude. You are enough because of who you are, a person who has loved fiercely and persevered. As we close this heartfelt journey, take a moment to reflect. What's one lesson from this video you'll carry forward? Maybe it's setting boundaries with grace, protecting your peace, or realizing your worth isn't defined by your child's actions. Share it in the comments below. Your story matters, and I want to hear it. If this video spoke to you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe with the bell on for more conversations that empower you to live boldly and love wisely. Your peace is sacred. These years are yours to claim with courage and grace. You've always been enough, and it's time to embrace that truth. Until next time, keep shining, because you deserve it.